Hi, it's Danny. Now, the owner of this car was driving home one night and was in a major accident, and he used this vehicle as encouragement to keep on going. He survived, and he's here today to tell the story. Stick around.
Daddy, I'm Christy. I'm counsellor with the Break a Day Council.
See, she said that because I couldn't put two words together a minute ago. But what a great event it is today, isn't it?
It's awesome. It's fabulous. It's freezing, but it's fabulous.
It's in the middle of winter here in Tasmania, Australia, in a little place called St Mary's. And what was the whole idea and incentive behind actually having a car show in the middle of winter?
Look, I think they said is it the 13th? I think it's the 13th annual car show, and it's driven by the community.
That's great,
for
isn't
the
it?
community,
and
it's for donations for the community and just to open up the businesses and get people to spend money. It's right on the highway, so get a lot of through traffic. It's a rural area, lots of farms, and it used to be mining and forestry.
Just
and
a lifestyle, isn't it? It's a brilliant lifestyle, and the people are so genuine, aren't they?
Absolutely.
So this is Michael. He's got a beautiful Commodore here. Tell us all about it, mate.
Commodore HSV, mate.
Come on. I'm sorry. I swore at him.
That's it. So we've got the 2006 HSV R8 in Impulse Blue.
Yeah.
Picked it up about 2 years ago when they started getting rid of all the HSVs or not being made anymore. So I thought I better stop playing with my other V8s and get something that's got the name after it. So
now, a little birdie told me that you love this car more than your girlfriend.
Oh, well, she's at the moment she doesn't cost me as much money.
So what's under the bonnet of this thing?
Well, she's a 6 litre.
Yeah.
But it's got a bit of work done to the engine.
Yep.
So it's forged pistons and a bit of a cam.
Yeah.
And the main thing on top of it is the Harrop 900 black supercharger.
So do you take it to club days and things? Do you take like to Simmons Plains down here or Baskerville or anywhere like that and have a bit of a...
No, since I've had it, I've sort of thought, well, let's play with it. So it's been to a power cruise and been to one of those track days that they have out at Simmons Plains, and even had it on a drag day as well.
So how'd you go at the drags? What sort of times?
Yeah, it was 180 and 13 seconds.
Okay.
So which was a bit under. But like I say, it hasn't been tuned. It has had nothing done to it.
But also, you're a bit reluctant to push it when it's your pride and joy as well.
Exactly right. So
hear things starting to bounce, you go, oh, geez, I better back it off a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you a story that when they had power cruise, it was 40 degrees day. It was really hot. And I went around a couple of laps and had water coming up on the windscreen.
Oh, no.
So that's always a bad sign.
Yeah,
so I panicked, drove in. Took me a couple more laps and coming in and out to realise that on the VEs, the water is in the top of for the wipers, in the top.
Yes.
So it was just evaporating through the wipers. So.
This is Brian. He's got a Group A VL Commodore and it's a limited edition. Tell me why it is a limited edition, Brian.
Well, it's one of about 130 plus packs. Rock built 500, but there's only, I think, 130 odd plus packs.
But this come out with a special little treat, so to speak, but nearly bought Brocky unstuck, didn't it?
Yeah, the energy polarizer come out with that, yes.
Yeah, and you were telling me that was his split with Holden.
That caused the big bust up, yeah.
Does it have any effect on your car?
No, I don't believe so.
You don't believe so?
No.
So how long have you owned this car?
I've had this for 9 years.
Yeah. And how it is now? Did you buy it like this or did you do a resto on it? Or?
I've done a resto on it. Actually, someone had a parked car with it. So had a bit of a poke in the left-hand nose. And so I tore it apart and rebuilt it and painted it myself.
Yeah, no, it's an immaculate looking car and the interior is just absolutely fantastic. So Brian, what engine did these come out with?
They're 4.9.
A 4.9, okay. They ran this at Bathurst, did they?
They did.
Yeah.
They won Bathurst.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. So this is Roger here. What a great day it is at the St Mary's Car and Bike Show, mate, eh?
Yeah, it certainly is, Danny. It's nice here at St Mary's today. It's one of the better days. It's nice and warm.
And I love it, the fact that you can stand around and just cross your arms and just talk car crap all day. It's fantastic. And that's happening today, isn't it?
Well, it is. There's a fair bit of crap gets spoken today.
Yeah, one of your mates just went past a minute ago and said, don't tell any lies, Roger. Don't tell any lies because you're on camera.
No, well, the fact is most people know me now. So
they do, yeah.
I don't worry about the lies.
And that's because not only the iconic mullet he's got there, he's got an iconic vehicle, and they're so popular at the moment, the classic sin bin, the panel van.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that you might have got this when you was able to get your licence, but it wasn't so. It's a dream that's come true.
Yeah. No, it's a dream come true. It was a 3-year restoration.
Yeah.
The car come from Victoria.
Yeah.
It took me 3 years of hard toil to get it to where it is today.
But I'll tell you what, if you took a chick home in this thing, mate, you get a bit of a shock. Look at the dog under the bonnet.
Well, yeah.
My God, what the hell is that thing?
It's a bit of an eye popper.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think Nana's left a cake tin on the top there.
Yeah,
mate.
well,
what's going on?
You cook a cake pretty quickly on that.
I reckon so. Explain, what is it?
Well, initially this is a stock standard 253 Sandman.
Yeah.
And then a few years ago I brought this motor from a fella and it sat on my shed floor for a few years.
Yeah.
And then a mate of mine said, look, let's just chuck that motor in there and see what it does.
Just a bit of a side project.
Yeah, that's
something to do.
Yeah, it was. So we threw it in a couple of days before St Mary's car show, probably 5 years ago.
Yeah, right.
And it played up a bit on the one.
Just a lazy blower and a couple of hollies.
Yeah, well, why not,
So with that, did you have to change the gearbox and the diff and all that?
Well, it did. It came with an auto tranny when I picked up the motor and the radiator.
Yeah.
So it took the tranny off and just kept the manual. Took the flywheel off, changed it all over and turned key and
away you went.
I've been grinning ever since.
Off down the road.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it's a goer. Should go like the clappers, this thing. This is Josh. He's got a VUSS, bright pink, and he's got a story to tell about this. How are you today?
Yeah, good yourself.
Now, you were involved in a major accident and you used this vehicle to just to keep going, didn't you? Tell us about it.
I was travelling home and sun got in my eyes and had a head on with a log truck.
Log truck?
Yeah, spent myself pretty bad. 3 days coma, month in hospital.
Oh my goodness. Well, you're still here today, which is the good thing. Yeah. So you use this car as inspiration to keep going. So how bad were your injuries? I mean, you hit a log truck.
Yeah, I spent pretty much a good 3 months in a wheelchair. So my partner looked after me full time. I couldn't get out of bed, like assist or anything without help. So. And
you restored this car while you were in that wheelchair?
Yeah, pain in a wheelchair from panel to panel. She wheeled me side to side.
Yeah?
Frustrating, but I got it done.
I would say it'd be pretty frustrating. I don't think people would realise just how hard. We take it for granted that we can just poke our head down in the bonnet or slide underneath just to adjust the clutch cable.
And stand on one foot to just pull a bolt out. You can do it 5-10 minutes, then you've got to sit down and have a spell, go again. It is a lot just to focus and try and keep going.
Well, I'm so glad you're here today, mate, and thank you so much for going to all the effort of bringing this car out to show everybody. About the car, what do you do with it? You drag it, obviously.
Drags, burnouts, power crews, just mainly interstate, stuff down here. We're travelling interstate hopefully next year, kind of stuff. But just mainly burnouts. It's upwards. The car itself has done upwards over 100 burnouts. So.
So what's under the bonnet? I tell you what, it looks pretty glorious.
Yeah, it's just 5.7. It's obviously all shined up. Turbo 400.
Wow.
Yeah, just
lights them up.
Highly high-rise intake, all that kind of stuff.
And look at the size of those exhaust pipes.
Yeah, she's 4-inch all the way through.
Yeah, we've got something pretty funny hanging off the back. Tell us a story about what happens to those when she gets all revved up, mate.
That's the reason we called it lay nuts. Is actually when it blows the rear tyres, it drags the nuts along the ground. So
it doesn't get any blokier than that, does it? Yeah. Well, thanks for bringing it out today, and thanks for your great story. You've done a fantastic job.
Yep. Thank you.
And I'm pretty sure the people here at St Mary's really appreciate you bringing along today.
Yep, that's good. Thank you. Thanks for that.
Now, Ken, over the time, I've given the Holdens a bit of loving. About time I give the Fords a bit of love, eh? What do you reckon?
Oh, all good, yeah. Cool.
He's got an XY Falcon here, it's a GT. How long have you had this for?
Bought it in January '79, so I've just clicked over 40 years. So I'm
that long?
Into my 41st year. So,
yeah, well, that's great you've had it for so long. And who would have known that how much they're worth these days? They're worth a pretty penny, aren't they?
Yeah, they are now. Well, I paid $6,000 for mine.
Yeah,
so, that was...
Yeah, I'll take 5 of those.
Yeah, that was registered, insured, and on road. Yeah. So.
What I really like about your car, Ken, and we were talking about it off camera about the fact that during the say 80s and the 2000s, we went mad on chrome, didn't we? We chromed everything we could get our hands on. But you, a couple of years ago, decided let's just declutter it a little bit and go back to looking genuine. And you've done a great job, mate.
Yeah, that's right. I just about had everything under the bonnet chrome. And anything that would bolt onto it was chromed.
And, it was.
And then I decided in the last couple of years that we'll take it back to the way it's meant to be. I like them to be straight and how they came out of the factory as close as possible, But I mean, there was years ago I didn't think that, but as I'm getting older and the car's getting older. Yeah.
So you enjoying the car show today, mate?
Oh yes, it's good. I haven't been to this one before. But I don't go to many of them. But these country ones are really good.
They're good, and they've got all the shops open today, which is good because if your other half who you bring down today doesn't like cars, they can shop around, get a cup of coffee, and catch up on all the goss and all that. So it's a great car show.
Yeah, right. We plan on going up to the pancake parlour after this.
That sounds pretty good. And it just shows us Tasmanians aren't soft because we're in the middle of winter filming this show, so we're tough down here, aren't we, mate?
That's right. Yeah, very tough. Maybe stupid.
Christy's got 2 hats today. She's all leathered up because she's got a Norton motorcycle. Tell us about it.
I've got a 1975 Norton Commando 850 Mark
850cc.
Yeah, and he is an electric start.
Oh, awesome.
Because I can't kick him.
It's got a name.
His name is Nigel. We have a Facebook page.
That's hilarious. Now, why did you choose? Did you go out looking for a Norton, or were you going out for a Harley and go, oh, there's a Norton?
No, always liked English bikes.
Yeah.
And the main thing for me was it had to be an electric start, but as old as possible. My husband sort of guided me on the
that's a good
look at this one, look at that one.
Yeah, because it is embarrassing trying to kick them over when you're trying to,
Yeah. I'm not the biggest person in the world, so I haven't got a lot of leg strength.
No, that's great. So you enjoy going on rides and stuff?
Yeah, love it. We're a member of a couple of clubs,
that's great.
And we get around the state a little bit, not enough.
I really love these car shows because you find long lost friends. Tonya's been a work friend and a good friend of mine for years, and she's always loved her cars. And what have you brought along today?
1980 Gemini.
A classic. I mean, we've showcased some of the big cars, but what about these little cars that are coming through now? How long ago did you buy it?
5 years next month.
And you've taken it straight home, and Greg's got straight into the restoring process, haven't you, Greg?
Yeah.
Word I have.
And one of my nephews resprayed it for me. So
Well, that's good. And that's the thing, though. It's not cheap to do up a car these days. So if you can get a mate or know a mate of a mate, and that's what these car shows are all about. It's all connections and finding out who can do something on the cheap.
Exactly. Yes, we've done that, mates of mates.
Yeah, it's good. But I'll tell you what, it's a real credit to you because it looks fantastic, and it's just thrown me back all those years, back to the 80s. How good was the 80s?
Good old 80s.
The good old blocky days. And
Yes.
I'll tell you a little secret. Tanya was a blocky chick. Yeah.
So was Danny.
Yeah, had me blonde mullet flying out the window.
And the blue Escort panel van.
Yeah, I wish I still had that. That'd be worth a pretty penny, wouldn't it?
It'd be worth a little bit now.
So, Greg, did you enjoy the restoration, mate?
No.
You didn't?
No.
What was the hardest part on the car? To do?
Where do you start?
Yeah. Was there any rust in it when you got it?
Yeah. Full of rust. Yeah.
Full of it? And you just done the whole process of cutting it all out and replacing the panels?
Just stripped it down to a bare shell. And just started from scratch.
So how'd you go getting panels and parts for it? Was it easy or hard?
The panels were all right.
Yeah.
Shane Grace rebuilt it.
Yeah, okay.
Fixed all the panels up.
Sourced most of the stuff from Tassie, did you? Or?
Yeah. A few bits and pieces off eBay.
Yeah. Good old eBay, don't you?
And there's different Gemini groups on Facebook and other guys, so they helped out with
That's
bits and
good,
pieces.
And that's what I do love about this, because common interest things gets everybody together talking about things they love and reminiscing the 80s. I go on about it. I loved it. It was a great era. To you young ones out there, you missed out on a great era.
Yes.
Didn't they?
My word, they did.
They did. Chris has got a real eye catcher here. It's a little Mini. Tell us all about this great little Mini.
Well, I've had it about 4 years now.
Yeah.
Bought it from Victoria.
Yep. As is? How it is now? Or?
No. Completely standard.
Yeah, okay.
I was going to keep it standard, but that didn't last long.
Yeah, there's not many around though, is there? You know, like, so you'd be on the balance whether to just restore it as original or do something a little bit different with it.
True, yeah.
But you chose the latter to go a bit different.
Yeah. Driving them, I just can't drive it that slow.
Yeah. And it's a real head turner because you've got the suitcase on the top and you've worked the engine, is that right?
Yes, I didn't myself, but I had guys in Hobart, Wilson Brothers. They did a great job.
Because these things go like the clappers when they're actually worked.
Yeah.
And back in the day when they raced them, my goodness, they were just unbelievable and fast.
For sure. Yeah.
Like a go-kart.
Yeah, well, they raced it at Bathurst. They kept up with the V8s. Yeah.
So what year is this one?
69.
69. So that little push-button start on the floor?
Not this one.
No.
The earlier ones did.
Oh,
yes.
I actually learned to drive in one of those. And it was really funny. God. It was really funny because it was down in the bottom paddock, this little Mini.
Right,
and every time the grass used to get long, the bloke used to say, "Get down there, boys, and drive that around the paddock a couple of times." And we used to flatten the grass out for it. So that's how I effectively learned to drive.
Nice.
So is your passion only Minis?
I have a motorbike as well.
Okay, let's go motorbike. What do you got?
Ducati.
A Ducati?
Yeah,
well, I've got a postie bike. Okay, so let's just move on, all right? Well, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed my coverage of the St Mary's Community Car and Bike Show. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for instant notifications. I think it's time now to go for a bit of a ride in a pedal car. What do you reckon, Chase? The pink one? I think he's going to do it.